What is up, chaotic community? What's up, Steve?
Yeah.
All right, today's topic. We're gonna go. I've put a game together for Steve.
Okay. I like games.
Uh-huh. I know you do.
Yeah.
So today I have for you uh 2026 quarter one, the top 10 grossing TCGs. So you're gonna have to tell me the TCG and where you think it ranks in quarter one of 2026. I
Quarter.
will give you the answer,
Okay.
and I'm sure you'll know some of them. I'm sure you won't know other ones.
Okay. And so is this US or global?
Good question. This is US.
US. Okay. US sales.
And I'm specifically looking at the physical cards. Also a good thing to note.
Physical card sales, right?
Yep, yep.
Okay. So
Give
let's
me
get
give me your first guess.
first guess.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm hoping I feel confident about the first two at least. Past then if I get number one wrong, then I'm concerned. Is number
Well,
one Pokemon TCG?
that is incorrect.
You're kidding me.
I'll let you go one more.
You're kidding me.
So Pokemon is number two. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and give you it because okay, so Pokemon number two, uh, they're pretty much a powerhouse of the TCG world.
Yeah,
A lot of
they're the only ones I've ever seen that have their own vending machines, and and that's like half my feed is, you know, of people scalping them and rushing and getting everything off the Target shelves.
so it's funny enough, the number one best-selling like individual set was in quarter one was Ascended Heroes, which is, Pokemon. However, they are not number one, at least not in quarter one of 2026. They're number two, and technically, they're also number six. Okay. Um, so Pokemon Japan is also number six. Now that moved up from quarter four of 2025. That was in ranked number seven, and it went up to 6 in, January, or January, March timeline. So, yeah, pretty interesting, but Pokemon did not move. It was also ranked number 2 in the previous, quarter. So, you've got 2 and you've got, 6.
I got number two and I got number six. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I figure I'll give you the other one since you'll probably never get the fact that there's a difference between Pokemon Japan and Pokemon. Basically, the Japan ones are imported, Japanese product.
and there's that many Japanese sales that it makes number six in the US.
That is correct.
Wow. I knew people search for the Japanese versions, but that's kind of surprising that
I was also shocked when I when I read that myself.
wow.
Yeah. So
Well, yeah,
that one moved up one ranking,
wow,
but Pokemon
I don't
just
think
stayed
there's gonna be
second.
anything more surprising than Pokemon not being number 1, but they have 2 spots. Okay.
Yeah, right? So maybe that makes sense. Alright,
Okay,
hit me with the next one.
so I guess number 1, which was going to be my number 2 guess, Magic: The Gathering?
Magic the Gathering. Yep.
Okay.
Number 1, Magic the Gathering. No shock
Uh,
here, right? Their massive baseline volume and their staple demands are just they're high, right? They put out Lorwyn Eclipse and they put out the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover. Their crossovers have been doing really well.
yeah, and so but the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was pretty recently, right? That wasn't in quarter 1, was it?
That's what it says here.
Oh,
I'm pretty
wow,
sure it
that's
was.
longer than
I'm
I
pretty
thought.
sure it was.
And they had
Well,
the
and
Avatar
time's
set
flying.
and yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Yeah,
So
I mean
number one,
that makes
number
sense.
two.
You're right. That those have been super popular with yeah, the Avatar, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The first
One.
one was, wait, what was the first one?
Oh man, they've done so many. They had a Avatar was really, really big. I think, one of the really bigger ones was Final Fantasy.
Oh, right. Final
That
Fantasy. Oh,
that one,
Lord of the Rings. That was that was
Lord of
the
the
first one
Rings.
I
Oh yeah,
remember.
Lord of the Rings was,
That was the one
yeah.
I almost got in on. I never played Magic, but that one made it close, but
They almost got you.
almost. Yeah.
All right. Well, give me your next rating or your next pick, and I'll tell you where it ranks.
Okay. Um okay, so when I came into this I was thinking maybe they would still be number 3, maybe they've dropped though. I'll say Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh fell. Well, actually, they didn't fall from this ranking. They were still number 4.
They're number
Okay.
4. Okay.
Yep. So number 4 at the end of 2025. They're still number 4 in the quarter one of 2026. And yeah, so Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, they had actually a pretty good rally, believe it or not, at the end of the quarter and even in the first quarter of quarter one, or sorry, quarter one of 2026. So yeah, they're having they've recovered from a weaker quarter four performance, but they're still number 4.
Okay.
So you've got 1, you've
Yeah,
got 2.
I'm keeping them. I got 1, 2, 4, and 6 right now. So I'm trying to think. Right, I've got a lot of things it could be. All right, let's just hit it. Where's Lorcana?
Lorcana. Lorcana has been, not has been, actually Lorcana dropped to number 8.
Oh,
Yeah, so in 2025 or quarter 4 of 2025, they were number 6, and in the first quarter of 2026, they dropped to 8. So, yeah, that was actually one of the ones that, surprised me. The reason or the why it ranked lower, I think here, they kinda had a temporary release window lull.
okay,
So yeah, I think it's more of that because they
oh,
have a pretty competitive staple market, like, their Enchanted tier, like, their Enchanteds do really well. Um, yeah, so it really is to just say that they didn't have, um, a whole lot of released a whole lot released in quarter 1.
okay. All right. So
And this is where things get really interesting.
yeah, I'm writing down the some of the remainder of my guesses so I don't forget any of them.
Okay.
Um, so all right. So I'm thinking One Piece has to be on there.
One Piece 100% is on there, and One Piece is number 3.
One Piece is number 3. Okay.
Yeah, it actually, and the surprising factor to me is One Piece was already number 3 in the previous quarter. So
Okay.
just to kind of put it out there, 1 to 5, they all stayed the same,
Oh, okay.
and then 6 to 10 all moved around. Which kinda makes sense. Yeah, so they had kinda like a hyper aggressive release cadence, which kinda helps for them, right?
Okay.
They
Yeah.
put 2 major, set drops in, like, the first 60 days of the year, right?
Oh, oh wow.
Yeah,
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 okay.
and they're getting, like, a ton of hype.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I
Like,
mean
the
between
IP, yeah,
I
the
I
IP
mean
is
yeah,
massive.
One Piece now we're on I think we're on Elbath, which everyone's been looking to get to. We have the second drop for the Netflix series. They just put out a trailer for the reboot of the anime
Yep.
just like a couple days ago. Yeah, there's so much One Piece hype, it's ridiculous.
Sure is, sure is. Alright,
Okay.
hit me
O
with your next one.
okay. These next ones, if they're on the list at all, I think they're pretty low down. But let me say, Star Wars Unlimited.
Star Wars Unlimited did not make the list.
Okay,
I've seen them on
and
the list before, though.
okay, Yeah, I didn't know when their last set was or okay. What about Invincible?
Also did not make the list.
Also did not make the list. Okay.
Not the top 10.
Okay, I believe that they still have a functioning TCG, but that's the reason why I've held off on is Digimon on there.
Digimon is number 10. Yes.
Digimon is number 10.
So they were number 9 in the last quarter of 2025. They dropped to number 10. Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. The game's doing pretty well, obviously, being in the top 10. And it's got a really, really high dedicated local tournament scene, and a pretty stable player base. So that makes it, um, pretty high up here. And again, this is a second of the Bandai TCGs that's in here. Bandai is I didn't realize how many TCGs Bandai was putting out,
Okay.
and and how good they're doing.
Okay.
So this is not the only one left of Bandai's.
Okay. So I've got 3 left, right? 5, 7, and 9.
You just got, yep.
I'm assuming 5 is something I should know, right?
I think so.
You think so?
I know I've
Is
talked
it
about this.
is this gonna be the one that had, like, I remember so when we were at, PAX Unplugged, there was something that was, like, angel looking and had fire, and they had a big, like they had a big display there. Is it that? I just don't remember what the name of that is.
I
Uh,
don't either, but I'll give it to you if you want me to give you number 5.
Go ahead, just give me number 5.
Number 5 is a Riftbound.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'm like, we definitely talked about Riftbound because I adore the Riftbound artwork, you know that.
Yes.
Um, yeah, no, it's doing really good. I mean, obviously, the League of Legends IP is pretty popular as well.
Right. Yeah.
And believe it or not, this is, at least the 2nd quarter in a row that it's been number 5.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and, it's doing really well, and it's doing really well and beating out some of the other competing, like, anime volume. So,
Okay.
pretty good. Got a couple left here. Got a
Okay.
couple left.
Um, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get I'm trying to rack my brain for anything else.
Sure. I think number 9 is probably the most interesting, so I could go through, I'll give you 7 next.
Sure.
So 7 is Gundam. Really
I didn't even know Gundam had a TCG. I had
well,
no
it's a
idea.
pretty new launch, and it's coming off of new launch hype. Again, another Bandai
Okay.
TCG here,
Yeah, all right.
climbing
I
to
mhm.
yep, climbing
I've
to the top charts.
uh yeah. Okay. Okay, that's almost more surprising that that it didn't exist before, right? That as popular as Gundam is.
Right, exactly. Gundam's been so popular. It's got a huge, like, mecha anime community. So that crossover there is really, really appealing.
Yeah.
And the game looks pretty fun. I've never played One Piece, but I'm hearing a lot of people say that that's a really fun game to play too.
Okay.
Again, Bandai. All right, and the last one. This one came out of nowhere. It was number 16
O
in 2025 or
okay.
quarter 4. And it jumped all the way to number 9.
Okay.
And this one would be Dragon Ball's, Super Fusion World,
Okay.
jumping from 16 to 9. The reason that Dragon Ball jumped up so much, it's pretty much this is speculation, hype. They're like, "Oh, One Piece is getting really, really, popular, and Dragon Ball's just as popular as One Piece," right? I mean, if they're not the same, I don't know how to compare them. They've been around forever. So there's a lot of speculation that Dragon Ball TCG and I'll call it the rates and the hype is gonna be there, so people are trying to get ahead of it.
Okay. Wow.
So it experienced the best 3 months of its entire 2-year history, you know?
Yeah.
But collectors, right? They're thinking this is gonna be the next big thing, right? One Piece already sustaining pretty high, levels.
Yeah, oh, I knew One Piece was gonna be on there, right? I see tons of people grabbing those. I see it's yeah, it's that was one of the ones I at least knew I was gonna hit somewhere. I thought that they would be 4 or 5, but I was kinda surprised to hear that they were 3.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
but
same.
but
So
yeah,
long
but
story
Yu-Gi-Oh! Definitely seemed like they've been dropping kinda for years. So, like so
and they have. I
I'm
think
actually
their
surprised they're
actual, like
4th. So
yeah, their actual gameplay has, unfortunately, I think it's gone down a little bit, like, people who, enjoy the gameplay.
yeah, I mean, yeah. So when I got out of playing it, it was I can't even pronounce it. The Zixies or the
Yeah, yeah.
XYZs, yeah.
XYZs.
And I just remember you telling me how lousy like Pendulum Summoning, which I think was the one that came after it was.
Yep, yep. I think that's what got me out of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, once Pendulum Summoning came in, I just was like, "I'm done."
Mm,
And
well,
then I switched to Magic.
yeah.
Or no, did I go to Pokemon after that? I forget.
Mm.
So anything, stick out to you?
Let's see that. Let's see. One, two, three, four, five, six. What? 7 of them have animes made in Japan.
Yeah, I think that's a big one,
7 of
right?
them
Like
have
the
animes in Japan. Riftbound and Lorcana have other IPs that they're leveraging.
correct.
So it's like,
Magic just is doing I mean, Magic really, let's be honest, like, you can't call Magic its own thing. It's got so many IPs at this point too.
that you know what, that's fair. That's like that's got to be like half their
The
sales
the
recently
last
is yeah.
I would say the last 4 years, maybe not 4, maybe 3. The last 3 years, like, the amount of IP content that they put out of just other, worlds, it's a lot.
Mm.
So that is a really interesting call out that all of these pretty much are different IPs.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
and that makes sense, that because then you're starting to pull from, maybe not TCG players, but people who are just collectors. I mean, we've talked about this. Like, I'm not even sure anybody actually plays Pokemon because my entire feed that comes in is people opening packs, PSA like
Trading,
reactions,
yeah.
yeah, scalpers ripping down things off shelves, and the one thing I don't ever see is anybody actually playing.
Yeah, that's
So,
true. There is a, competitive
I
market,
yes,
but
I knew that there was, but I was just saying it's apparently the YouTube feed doesn't seem to think there is. So
that's fair. And so out of all of this, well, obviously, we're getting another TCG entered into the mix
yeah,
with Chaotic,
yeah,
right?
Chaotic's
Chaotic
making the return.
be, returning in October. Where do you think, intro to Chaotic, where do they land? And then maybe a year later, where
S-
does the Chaotic land? Do they have a chance to even get to, compete with these IPs?
Okay, so what I'll say is I don't know if it's accurate, but I had a video recently when it was talking about the reboot saying that Chaotic was once number 3.
It was.
That's how high that it was. So it's definitely going to hit the list higher than most things incoming because it already has some fan base that's there. People have been carrying the torch for this for quite a while. But it's not leveraging any other external IP. Um,
But it is different enough,
oh
right?
yeah, oh yeah.
Like every other TCG on this list, they pretty much function, you know, hey, you've got your deck, you build your 40 to 60 card deck or 100, and then you have your deck that you draw from, right? And then you go from there. This is a little different, in the fact that, you know, you don't really you have several decks, several mini decks that make up a army and you
Yeah,
know,
and there's such an added bonus of how like easily it integrates with online play and how like you have your own can have your your own deck physical and there like you just have the options to play so much more when you have like such a digital um fan base, you know.
yeah,
um
yeah, I agree.
yeah, I think so. I think the road back to third is a tough haul. I think that like seventh is probably pretty achievable, like within the first year.
Wow. I mean, that's beating out I agree with you that it's possible. I think it beats out Digimon.
Right.
I wonder if it could beat out Dragon Ball at this point because of the hype because of the hype of Dragon Ball and the amount of people who love it. Disney Lorcana at 8, I'm like, I don't know, and can it beat Disney? Gundam? I think Gundam's only gonna go up. Like, I really do. I think Gundam has it has potential. It's at 7 now. I think it has potential to take that 6th spot. Can it beat Riftbound? Maybe, and take number 5. Yu-Gi-Oh! I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Could be in the outs.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see
I
people
mhm.
leaving, you know, gradually.
Yeah, well that's kind of what I was thinking is that maybe some of these will shift around. Yeah, I could see Yu-Gi-Oh dropping down to, what? Yeah, 6th or something like that pretty quickly. Especially if there's some new things coming in. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, the dark horse here was, Dragon Ball, right? Super Fusion World. Like,
Yeah.
that's a that one coming from 16 to 9. That's pretty big.
That yeah, that could be
That
a
was my
that
biggest
could be a
shock
flash in the
factor.
pan though. Yeah, that could be.
It could be, right?
It
A
could
lot
be
of
a big
speculation
down.
behind it.
Sure.
But anyways, alright, hope you like this game.
Yeah.
YouTube, leave us your comments below. Let us know what you think. Uh, do you think Chaotic has a chance? Do you think the top 5 are gonna be solid, right? Are these 1 to 5 gonna stay here and they're never gonna get touched? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks.